The next time you update your Linux distro, a window pops up. Verify your age, please. Let's see your birth date. Please upload a copy of your identification to continue. If this sounds like a horrible invasion of your privacy, then keep watching. I'm going to show you how to download and install Void Linux, a distribution free of systemd age verification, so you can be up and running with a super lightweight, customizable distro that will never ask you for your identification. To start off, you want to get a USB flash drive and make sure that you have downloaded the most current ISO onto it. We're going to choose the XFCE version today. We will be using my Lenovo Thinkpad T470 from a few years ago. Head over to voidlinux.org, go to the download section, and make sure to choose the XFCE live image. It will begin downloading. After downloading, use a program like Balena Etcher or Rufus to flash the ISO to your flash drive. I use Ventoy, so I just click and drag the ISO over to the flash drive and it's good to go. Next, boot up the computer you want to install Void to, making sure to have the USB drive inserted before you boot. Spam whatever key you would normally enter to get inside your BIOS settings. For me, that's enter whenever I see the Lenovo splash screen. Once in the BIOS settings, you're going to find the section on boot drives or boot order. In that menu, make sure that you have the USB drive selected as the first boot device. And if it isn't, make it that way. Now hit whatever key you would to save and exit, and off we go to the installer.
All right, so here we are. We're gonna open up a terminal and we're gonna type in not void install, not void-installer, but sudo void-installer. We're gonna go ahead and hit OK here. And first things first, we're gonna go ahead and set up the keyboard. I'm going to select English. So I'm just gonna hit E and it's gonna take me down to the E's. Now I'm gonna set up the network. It looks like the network's working properly. Now we'll set the source installation. Local packages from ISO. We're gonna select our mirrors. Chicago, because that's the closest to me. Hit OK. Now we're going to set our host name and our locale. I will be choosing English United States. Now we're going to set the area as well. I'm going to also choose, I believe it's going to be Los Angeles. Yeah, Los Angeles. Now we're going to set our root password. And here we'll set our user account login information. And now we're going to set the disk to install the bootloader. It's going to be the main disk here. I'm going to hit yes. Now we're going to partition the disk. I'm going to select the main disk here. And you're going to use F disk or C disk, I think it was, for easy mode. We're going to resize the partition to 512 megabytes. And we're going to make the type of that partition EFI system. Create a new partition from the free space. This one we are going to make 10 gigabytes. And this one we're going to choose the type, and it's going to be Linux file system. Now we're going to make another partition, and that's going to be the rest of the space, and we're going to write. Also leaving that Linux file system. All right, from there, we're going to hit quit. And we've got our file systems. Now we're going to configure the mount points. Select here the 512 megabyte. I'm going to use FAT32 and I'm going to make it /boot/EFI and hit OK and hit yes. Now I'm going to select the 10 gigabyte partition and we're going to make that ext4 and we're going to call it / and that's it, and hit yes. Now we're gonna select the last and final partition, and we're gonna make that ext4. I haven't tried anything else. We're gonna make that /home and hit yes. You could possibly make that a different file type, but this is what worked for me. Now we're gonna go ahead and hit install and start the installation. All right, in this section, we're going to select the services that we want to enable. You can select more than I have selected, but I'm just gonna go with the default here with what is already selected. And now we're gonna hit reboot. All right, put in our username, and here we are, first look at the desktop. Check out Firefox, make sure we're connected to the internet here. And we are connected to the internet. So everything looks good, the install went well, and I do have network. And it will play. Sound is a little quiet though. So now we're gonna go ahead and update our system. Gonna open a terminal here and run sudo xbps -install -u and hit our input in our password and let the update happen. Hit yes here, and it's gonna go through the update. Now we're going to use the terminal to install the Kitty terminal. It's going to be, well, let's check out Fastfetch real quick. And you can see right here, all of our system information. We're running the Linux kernel 6.18. And now we're going to install Kitty. I just like the Kitty terminal. It's a little bit better of a terminal. And here's our Fastfetch. We just installed in the Kitty terminal. So now we're going to take a look at the system resources using the system monitor. I'm going to go over here to this little icon and type in system, and you can see system task manager. And here it'll show you all of the processes running and how much memory and CPU is being used. As you can see here, it's pretty light, only about 760 megabytes at idle. And now we're going to take a look at some of the applications that come installed with this version of Void Linux. You can scroll through them all here, hitting that little applications menu. Doesn't come with a ton, but there's enough in here to start. All right, now we're going to go ahead and check out some of the keyboard shortcuts here. We're going to go back to the little application menu, and I'm going to type in shortcuts, and we're going to go to keyboard here. And here's where you can configure the keyboard. And here's the application shortcuts here. You can see all the application shortcuts that it comes with. I am going to add a new one. Here we open the file manager. I believe that's Super E. And There we go, that's the terminal. And now I'm going to add a new shortcut and name it Kitty. That's the command. And then I'm going to press Super and Enter. And we're going to go ahead and open the Kitty terminal with that. And there it is. Just added a shortcut. So now we're going to change the appearance and themes a little bit. We'll go down to the application menu again and click on Appearance. And here you can change light or dark. I'm going to go ahead and change light or dark. Also, I'm going to go ahead and plug my mouse in because using the little trackpad was not fun. Make the window a little bit bigger. And here's some of the settings too for the appearance you can change as well. Color profiles, nothing to add here, nothing to change. So now we'll go ahead and change the desktop background. You're going to go ahead and go to desktop settings here. And there's a multitude of different backgrounds to choose from. Not a ton, but there's some. Some of the different settings here in the desktop menu. And there you have it, Void Linux with XFCE.
So a quick note about the upcoming pros and cons. Some of these apply only to the desktop environment that you can download an ISO for, which is XFCE. Of course, you can build this all from scratch and add or remove whatever you want, and probably make it perform a lot better. This is more from the perspective of someone who isn't that comfortable in the terminal and just wants to download a distro with a desktop environment already installed. So some of the pros: no systemd, no inherited age verification fields. You can download a blank ISO and just create Void to be exactly how you want it to be, which could be a way around upcoming age verification laws that will be hitting operating systems later this year and next year. It's very lightweight, only 598 packages on first install. Definitely not bloated. It only uses about 760 megabytes of RAM at idle, which is great on older hardware. It boots super fast. Some of the cons now. The touchpad is kind of weird. I have to click down hard on the touchpad to click on something instead of just a light tap on it. This could be something I need to configure in a config file, but I haven't encountered that in any distro I've installed so far, and I've installed many a Linux distro. It's installed with Linux kernel 6.12, and after the update, only 6.18, so that's kind of behind the 7.0 that's already out there for most distros already. The package manager is XBPS, which takes a little getting used to. It's kind of like Pacman, but not at the same time. It doesn't show as much information as Pacman, and it's more like apt. The default web browser is Firefox. Now, this isn't really a con, but it's kind of weird how the icon on the desktop doesn't look like Firefox at all. It uses Thunar File Manager, which is okay. I guess I'm spoiled because I'm used to Dolphin on KDE Plasma, which is super customizable. The audio is super quiet, even at full volume. Video playback is a little choppy, but I didn't expect crazy performance from such a lightweight distro. Now, who is this for? Someone that needs a lightweight distro with minimal packages installed and you're using older hardware. Also for someone that is looking for a distro that isn't controlled by systemd and therefore not automatically inheriting the age verification fields that systemd has already merged. Also, if you're looking to build something from the ground up and you have a little bit of experience, the blank ISO version of Void would be a great idea for you. If you want a clean, lightweight Linux distro free from the shackles of systemd that you can build from the ground up, Void Linux just might be for you. Have you tried Void Linux? Did you build it from scratch, or are you using the XFCE desktop? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.